Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. Today's topic is flee. It's a continuation, brothers and sisters. We are in the time that our people are in danger. We are in danger, brothers and sisters. We are at that time where all blacks are about to be attacked. And this is the highlight. This is what should be spoken about. This is what your pastors and your preachers and your people that's claiming to be helping you, assisting you, the ones claiming to be so-called woke, this and that, touched or connected to God, right? They should be sharing this information to you. If so, they should be telling you that, they should be telling you to flee. That's where we are, brothers and sisters. Because we're in the time where Satan, false Israel, is about to be destroyed, which is connected to your attack. So, everyone who is claiming to understand Scripture should be telling you about what's taking place right now, brothers and sisters. What's taking place in the Middle East. What's taking place with false Israel, Satan. What's about to take place, the imminent war in the Middle East with them versus Iran, which is the imminent war that will take place in false Israel, will be destroyed. And the fact that false Israel is doing the works of Satan. They're doing the abomination of desolation, which is the greatest sign in human history that our people are about to be attacked. Because we're in a time of judgment. And it says that everything will fail for the devils, for Satan. It says they'll inherit what they say and they do. And if you pay attention to what's going on, Satan is about to inherit what they're doing, which is the abominable cruelty that they are doing. Which is the abomination of desolation. Abomination and desolation is happening right now, brothers and sisters. It has been almost happening for a year now. They've been doing it. They've been doing it, which shows who they are, shows their true colors. Their true colors are shining. They're monsters. They're beasts. They're not good. They're They're not angels. They're not this. They're not that. You see, they're Satan, which tells you in Revelation chapters 2, 3, verse 9, both chapters, that they are not who they claim to be. They're Satan, which they're exposing. Said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. Actions speak louder than words, and they're destroying women and children. Starving women and children. Dehydrating and starving women and children. Killing and blowing up women and children. Destroying the Palestinians with abominable cruelty. Abomination. Causing disgust and hatred. You see, desolation is the destruction that they're doing, implementing. Genocide, you see, abominable, causing moral revulsion. It's causing disgust and hatred. Not only that, it says the uprising of Hamas was suppressed with abominable cruelty by Satan, by false Israel. And that's exactly what took place. So this is what they're doing, brothers and sisters, the works of Satan. And it tells you, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet, which is Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant, he's one telling you these things, brothers and sisters. Standing in the holy place, which is Jerusalem. Let the reader understand that this is the sign that everything is about to change forever. That this is a sign our people would need to know, because this sign will signify not only us being in danger, but will signify our unity. Because these devils, Massa, you know what I'm talking about, they're about to attack to prevent us from uniting. They're about to attack you because if false Israel is destroyed, then that means that they're not who they claim to be. That means that somebody has to be the true seed of Abraham, because the world is structured around the idea that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham, brothers and sisters. So if they're destroyed, that destroys their mind. That destroys this reality. That shatters everything that they built, right? The structure that they built, which is their mind, which they can't allow that idea to spread, because that means that you are, because that's the reason why they established false Israel, to counter your claim. So once they find out, once that happens, right? That means that you rise up overnight. So they have to stop that. So if they see that that's about to happen, they have to attack you before it happens. You see? So they're trying to stop you from rising up, which is their destruction. They're trying to stop you from getting the information needed. You see? Because your lack of knowledge of this information here, them taking your mind from you, is what's keeping them in power. The moment you take it back, the moment you rise up, that's their destruction. So they're going to attack you before you can receive the information needed. You know, before you can receive the information needed to build yourself up, to wake up, to gather yourself together. They're going to try to take you out, because they find out that all hell's breaking loose because of you. That you're the reason why they're about to receive hell, because they tormented God's people, right? And it says, curse those who curse God. Right? Curse those who curse Israel. They find that you are Israel. Okay? And they thought they were blessing. They thought they was blessing Israel, right? Because that's how they set it up. They was blessing false Israel, but they were false. They were Satan. They were not who they claimed to be. So now it says what? Curse those who curse Israel. Now they're cursed instantly. Now, and you're the reason. You understand? So, in the midst of them trying to attack you, brothers and sisters, they don't realize that they're going to actually cause what they're trying to prevent, which is our unity. Because at the time that we're fleeing, because we're running for our lives, because man's trying to kill us, we're going to unite. You see, it said, will the nation be raised in a day? It said we'll be a great army, brothers and sisters. So they're going to make war against us, but we're going to unite. And our people are going to come together. You see? And we're going to kick the demons out, massive black-faced children. You see? We're all going to gather up. And then the demons are going to be separated out. They're not going to have anywhere to go. So, because we don't want them, they daddy don't want them. They can't go with us, and they daddy trying to kill them because they're going to attack all blacks. It don't matter who you are. Demon, original, different nationality, nothing. If you're black, you're being attacked. You see? So, that's going to put them in a hard place. You see? A rock and a hard place. Because we don't want to help them take over America because we don't want it. We want complete separation. We want to get out of here. You see, we want vengeance, we want wrath, but we want complete separation. See, we want to make sure our people get out of here in one piece. We're not here to take over America. We don't want it. We don't want 6 states. We don't want 6, 7 states. We don't want to stay in a land of our imprisonment. We want separation, complete separation. So that's going to be a war within itself with them because they're going to be upset. You know, we don't want to help them. So we got food and all these things. We're going to be provided food during this time of famine. During this time of no food, no water, no lights, no this, no that, you know, cold, this, that. Right? It's going to be a lot going on, brothers and sisters. So they're going to be attacked. We're going to be attacked on all ends. But we're going to cover all these things. You see, we got the necessary tools, so our people can be successful. So they can do what they do. But we got the higher pressure, and then lower pressure. So it's simple mathematics. High pressure eliminates low pressure. If you stick to Allah's plan, which is the best plan, which eliminates all other plans, then you'll be fine. Said you'll do fine. You'll walk through the fiery furnace without being burnt by the flames. Said that we'll do exploits. We'll be able to go through this process. Not a hair on our head will be harmed. We'll go through this purification process to get you up to 100%, so we can return home. Because you have to be 100% to return home, and you have to have thorough knowledge of self. You have to understand your reality. You have to understand who your enemies are. You have to understand the Injil, which is your mind. You have to get the 5 mathematical pillars, which is your protection from evil, and which is right, the 5 mathematical pillars is part of our unity. I mean, it's the Hajj part. It's the harmonic motion that we're going to need to get out of here. We're going to work together as one body, and we're going to get out of here, brothers and sisters. You see? So, I'm saying all this to say that this is the highlight. This is what should be spoken about. This is what should be talked about. Flee. Flee. That's what it says. When you see the abomination of desolation, it says flee. Flee. You see? Because they come to attack you. You become a national security. You're going to be a national security threat. It's going to be all over the TV who you are. You see, all over the devices is that you are the reason why all hell is breaking loose. It's you the reason why they're about to receive hell. So they're going to, you see, you're going to be a threat, instant threat, an existential threat to their life. You see, so they're going to take you out of existence. They said, don't hesitate, you'll lose your life. And that's the reason why the demons are going to be the cause of a lot of people hesitating, because they got love for Massa. So they're going to find out. You see? That Massa don't love them. And that's when they become visionless, because they don't have the American dream anymore. And they don't have a vision with us. They can't go with us. See? So they got to do the war. They're going to have to go to war with their fathers. They're going to have to fight the war of attrition, which they won't win, but they still will have to fight. Because, either that or they roll over and just die. You see? So, they're going to have to put up a fight, which it says they'll have their strength. See, they lost their vision, but they still had their strength. So they get to exercise that, you see? And they go off the cliff with their daddy. You see? But the demons will be destroyed. But what do you do in this situation? You have no vision anyway, but maybe you still get some payback. But you was loyal to your father. You see? But he betrayed you, used you as leverage, used you to manipulate us, and still going to turn his back on you. So, you better do something. So, however, brothers and sisters, we're at the time where it says flee. That's where we are. It says flee. When you see the abomination of desolation, flee. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, flee. You see? Because why? Because they're about to be destroyed. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that his destruction is near. Flee. When you see the abomination of desolation, flee. Why? Because they're about to be destroyed. Because it said they'll inherit what they say and they do. They reap what they sow. Backfire. They're about to be destroyed, which cannot happen, which is not supposed to happen. That's an abomination. If that happens, then that means they're not who they claim to be. That means they were masquerading as an angel of light. They were indeed Satan. Now they're exposed. Now the ones hiding behind them is exposed. Now they're instantly now due judgment, which now is at the hands of you. You are the cause of it. You are the one that's going to do it. That's what it says. You be the one to do it. It says, do unto them as was done to you. Now they realize that it's you. They realize that you are the one to do it. So now they're here to get rid of you. Get rid of the evidence. Get rid of the consequence, which they can't. They don't stop them from trying. You see? So it says flee. Telling you to get away from these devils. Get away from the suburbs. Get away from their communities. Get away from the neighborhoods. Get away from them. They're not your friends. And they're about to show you in a minute. You see? They're about to show you better than they ever showed you. So it says flee. Get away from them. Get into the inner cities. Get where your people are. We're about to gather up. We're about to become a great army. We're going to rise up against them. And we're going to unite. You see? Which is their destruction. So, that's where we are, brothers and sisters. You see? This is where we are in time. So, don't get caught trying to be friends with these devils. Because there's about to be a switch. Once that war happens and Iran wins that war versus falls Israel, you got to realize that before that war, there's already authority switch. You see, because Iran and Syria take over the Middle East. They take over the right. Well, once they defeat false Israel, that's the completion. But the house aside, that's the first war where they're taken out. You see, with a God and his angels, Michael and his angels, which is Masfra Muhammad and his angels. Iran and Syria go to war with the dragon and his angels, which is the house aside, and America bringing false Israel, and they defeat it. Boom. The dragon's the one who had the oil, right? He's the one pumping this reality, which that comes to a halt. Done. America Britain get kicked out. You see? Now they're attacking all blacks. Now they're gearing up for war. You see? Now they lost all the oil they got to use to go to war. Boom. Britain the first one to go to war versus China, and China going to obliterate them. You see? then everything, then you have where false Israel's isolated, right? And they're under siege. And now they're doing what they're doing is going to happen to them. You see? And then now that's coming to America. So America going to see everything that's taking place in false Israel right before they destroy it. Boom. And now that's coming here to America. Instant destruction, famine. And it said men's hearts have fell from fear of what's to come, of what's to come. Not even here. They're having heart attacks from what they see coming. Expectation of what they're about to see. What they're seeing. So, you see? So all that stuff coming here, famine, this, that, nothing but panic, chaos, judgment. You see? So doing right, while that happening, there'd be no oil, man, which is gonna devastate the Europeans because that's their reality. That's their reality, basically. It can't function without it. You see, without it, nothing works. Nothing's gonna work. You see, so long story short, brothers and sisters, you don't want to get caught up in investing in America because it's going to be destroyed, never to be a nation again. You see, and anything that's in a fire will be destroyed in it. So don't invest in America. Get out of America. Invest in yourself. Invest in the hereafter. Invest in your vision, which is the next reality, you see, which is the Abraham covenant, which said we get out of here. We go home. Go back to where we belong, brothers and sisters. So, we are at the time where it says flee. It said, do not hesitate or you'll lose your life, brothers and sisters. Get away from these devils. Get into the inner city. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.